Good morning and welcome to Little Bit of Coffee. On today's show, we got a lot coming in for you. We're going to talk about the Charlie Kirk tragedy. We're going to talk about the start of the WNBA playoffs yesterday. Yes, my Fever lost and Turtles Aces won, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. We're also going to talk about the legalization of marijuana. We got the beautiful little Miss Smokey and Pappy Flanders. Stay tuned, but first we do what we do best. We give some praise. Let's put everybody up on the screen. Let's give some praise. Father God, we give you praise in this day. We lay the show at your feet. We ask you to lead as only you can. Lord, steal our show. In Jesus' mighty, mighty name. Amen.
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 A little bit of coffee, a little bit of fun. Kicking off the day, everybody come. Perk up your ears, hear the latest buzz. Grab your mug, join the morning fuss.
Good
morning. We need a pledge of allegiance. We need some pledge of allegiance. Where's the pledge of allegiance for this morning?
All right. We're
Yeah.
ready. Okay.
I feel under.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning and welcome to a little bit of coffee. We got to get this show kicked in right. We only got half our staff today, so bear with us. We're getting there, I promise. Coming in at 4'9", he thinks he's fine. Make some noise for Shortcut. Look, I left the ladies up first. Forgive me a little bit smoky. Second, we got coming in. Look, we all look so tired today. Make some noise for the lovely little Miss Smokey.
What's up, Kirk?
And we got DJ Pappy. And last but not least, he was online all day with his little card shop. Make some noise for the Turtle.
Out here to have some fun and mingle and tingle. Let's have some fun, guys.
I am your host, the POD, and welcome to a little bit of coffee.
Yeah. Guess
Good
what,
Monday,
guys?
What's
I got
happening?
mug.
Oh, you did? Look at how beautiful it
Oh my
looks.
Wow.
goodness, we professional.
Cheers.
We are styling and
We
profiling.
professional as all get out.
Thanks, Kim. I love it.
All right. So,
What did she call us?
Her cappuccino.
what did she call us? Oh,
Cappuccinos.
We're her little
depending
cappuccinos.
on which time it was. So
That's only
today,
you, POD.
yes, makes sense. Today, a little bit of coffee. We're going to be discussing first on this roundtable discussion, Charlie Kirk. I'm going to break it up into two little spots, but boy, did we lose a good one. We lost a good one this last week. Let's go around the table first on how you receive the news. I'm a very strong conservative, and I love listening to Charlie Kirk. And one of the reasons I enjoy listening to Charlie Kirk is I always felt like he was one that even would really, truly, genuinely listen to the other side. Where I even find myself, I get frustrated and I have to walk it off sometimes, and don't agree with their opinions a lot on the left, but I do my best to listen. And I felt like Charlie Kirk always debated really well with no matter what side of politics you were on, race, anything. It just didn't matter. Charlie Kirk is one of a kind. Turtle, what's your thoughts on it, man?
A big speaker for the entire U.S. was taken away. Again, I think that no life is, greater than the other. Life itself is, precious. I don't know what to think about it. I'm not a fan of Charlie Kirk, but then again, I'm not a fan of him. I just don't follow him. I'm not big into political figures. I do feel for his family. I think that the whole reason that things are going down like this is because we've lost our way. People have gone insane. They're, tired of things not being done their way. We're getting to the point where we feel like things should be done our way because we feel like it's proper. We don't want to hear what anybody else's opinion is. So if they're going to say something that we don't like, we're just going to shut them up. That's just stupid. And, that's not the way that we're supposed to live life. I think that his life was taken away in a bad way. I don't know if he was a good man. I didn't know the man. But it wasn't the right thing to do. And I think it's trying to pull us away from other things that's going on behind scenes. Not to take away from Charlie Kirk whatsoever, not to give him any disrespect or anything of that nature, but this is being blown out of the water just like everything else gets when things are happening behind scenes. So I want to know what the government signed. I want to know what we missed. I want to know what has been changed, because things are being allowed to be changed in our laws, to be amendments being changed. I mean, I know amendments are supposed to be changed. That's why they're called amendments. But now we have reasoning. We're using, real life world issues to use them as an excuse to give us extra power. And I think it's just ridiculous. The words I want to use, I'm not allowed to on here, but it's sad. We lost a great, a great man to a certain degree. We lost a man that was a father, a husband, and a brother, and a son. Basically, like we would lose a veteran. He'd be a father, a son, or a daughter or a mother, whatever. It doesn't matter, guy or girl. But the fact of the matter is, something's being done behind scenes.
Jeff, I know you're kind of in politics a little. Shortcut.
I don't. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to ask, I look at it as entitlement. The world has become so entitled that if you're not, and it's each person, so it's just going to be a way of killing off a lot of society, because I see it as, again, this is personal opinion. I see it as, for instance, when they're doing the looting, when these towns get broken in, there ain't not a one of us that doesn't know stealing's wrong.
Right.
Because at this point, this store is compromised. Wrong doesn't matter anymore. Okay? It's all entitlement. I feel entitled. I can get that TV set. I feel entitled. I can go in there and get this. I feel entitled. Charlie Kirk's opinion is not mine, so I take him out. It's just I don't know.
I felt that too, and that is a big part of it. That is because especially the schools and everything have been participation trophies and all that. But I think really honestly, it is a mental health issue, because I'm not going to say it, but just about every shooter has had mental issues amongst other things. They've been part of a certain alphabet group. And I think that it's a mental health issue. And I think that that needs to be addressed. And I think that they're using those people to get their agenda done. And I don't think that this had anything to do with anything other than somebody was emotionally driven. Somebody got behind that person and gave them an idea and got them to do that. I don't think they did that on their own fruition. I think that they were told to do it. I think the reason why they were told to do it, this is just my opinion. Charlie said something about a certain country that he wasn't supposed to talk about, and that's the reason why he's not here anymore.
Before I go over to Smokey, I have to elaborate just a little. I don't know if you've seen this, but there was a book put out. Charlie Kirk was killed on September 10th. Amazon has a book that was published. I don't remember the exact title, but I'm pretty close to saying the day Charlie Kirk was shot. How do you write a book about the day Charlie Kirk was shot in Utah with all the details and have it published available for sale a day before the incident happened?
'Cause
And I
it's
got
set up.
information on that. Smokey, what do you think of that? Let's hear from Smokey.
I think the whole thing is aliens are laughing at us and other countries are laughing at us. Honestly, I don't know why we have to turn to violence. It's okay that somebody has its opinion. It's okay that you have an opinion. If you go back, he debated that person that killed him. And he was able to talk to him, able to speak your mind. Because it didn't go the way you wanted it, doesn't mean that he had to do what he did. His wife, if you go back and look at all the speeches, his wife
Yes.
is smiling. She is so beautiful. And when she sat there giving the speech about her husband, she had a face of it's on. It's absolutely on. And for the people there to witness, wonder
Yes,
why
ma'am.
people have POD. I'm sorry. I've said
Shortcut, like-
sorry. PSD, because they're witnessing all these traumatic things. I don't care what anybody says.
Yes.
I saw it and my whole stomach just went like, I just don't get it. Why are we so divided? Why is the government making us be so divided?
That's
We're
an
hu-
interesting.
Divide and conquer.
We're humans.
Well, but what she's saying, it's interesting. Is it a setup to divide us even more? I had someone ask me the day it happened. I was really upset because I was a humongous Charlie Kirk fan. Many of you that know me on a personal level, I watch news all the time. I'm a news junkie, probably. And when he passed, my son called me. That's how I got the news. Later on that evening, when I was really upset, one of my kind of middlemen that lean both ways had called me and said, "Would you be this upset if it was Joe Biden?" I said, "Absolutely. Absolutely. Senseless killing is senseless killing. We
No
don't
matter
kill
who
somebody
it
just
is.
because they have a difference in opinion. I can't stand peas. Okay, if you don't like peas, that doesn't give me the right to come up and shoot you in the head. What? You don't smoke peas? I mean, smoke peas.
Oh, we have
Hey,
freedom.
that's the next
You
topic.
both on one today, aren't you?
No, I'm sitting there thinking of the marijuana topic coming up, and I'm sitting there going, "You smoke
both over
peas?
here.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Is
Blending the
that
two
is that
topics."
the vegetable you didn't eat was peas? Now it's haunted you?
Yeah.
I didn't smoke his peas. That's the issue.
They kept falling out
Maybe
of
the
the
reason I
paper.
didn't like them, I was trying to smoke
They're hard to roll.
them. So, Pappy,
geez.
we haven't gotten to talk to you any, bud.
Good morning, Kim.
Pappy, I know you too are a big political fan.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kim.
thoughts
Good
in
morning, Benji.
Benji.
Just wanted to say that I follow Turtle's everything he said basically. I did not know Charlie before this incident, so I can't have an opinion of him until after all of this came out. I think it's an absolute travesty that this happens in today's world. I think we're all better than that. I think we need to work on our mental health system and try to take care of these people that are that severely ill that want to take someone's life like that. And I'm sure we have a lot of cleanup to do mentally with Charlie's family and fans and such. And my heart is with all of them.
Amen. I'll close on this. The other day when this also happened, I had a gentleman that had written me. For the most part, I've gotten along with this guy, far left guy though. And he started writing about how Charlie Kirk was such a racist and he was so
I don't get that. I don't get that.
Well, I watched because I was really curious, Smokey. I was like, all right, let me just because sometimes I'm human, I miss things too. What's up, Mr. Pondo?
Madman.
And I got curious, so I started watching a couple just random videos. And in each one of those videos, I watched him talk respectfully to other races, other religions, people on the opposite side of him, and every one of them he talked respectfully. And one conversation that stood out to me, it wasn't even a political conversation, it was strictly just a fun conversation. A black gentleman come to the mic and asked him, "So, Charlie Kirk, who's the GOAT in basketball? Is it Michael Jordan or is it LeBron James?" And he started laughing and he said, "Man, we all know it's Michael Jordan." The guy debated him, LeBron James, and they back and forth, back and forth. But what stood out, and look, it just gives me some severe goosebumps because I just thought this was amazing. It contradicted what this gentleman said. The guy's name was Jeremy, as I believe, in the video that was debating him. Did a great debate on standing up for LeBron James. And at the end of the debate, Charlie Kirk just basically said, "Hey, man, I think I proved my point." He goes, "You didn't do bad, but I still think LeBron James is the GOAT." Charlie Kirk finished with, "Jeremy, you're the best. Thank you for a wonderful debate." And that was one that brought tears in my eyes because I thought, I'm sorry, I'm choking up even now. But I thought to myself, why on earth can't we do this all the time? Why is it that everything in today's age is you have to be right? And it's not the case. It's not the case. We lost a good one. We did. We lost a good one this week. We're going to break on that.
And what's horrible is that he was focusing on the youth that is being brainwashed. And he is up there telling people with facts. And they're fighting with him, but it's facts. It's not his opinions, it's facts on what's going on. I know a lot of people that went to college and they have debt and they can't pay for that debt because they can't get a job. And now trades are going down because everybody pushes the college. And you can go to college. I went to college. I learned a lot about college and different things. But because you didn't go to college doesn't mean you're not smart. And if you go to college, that doesn't always mean that you're smart. So it goes both ways. But what was the point? What was the point? He took his time to talk to people. Nobody lets people talk anymore. He let you talk.
And
that's the problem. People can't talk. For example, when parents see us as little people,
yes,
they shy the kids. No, because it's a question. Answer the question.
Let them engage, yeah.
When you say she's a little person, oh, okay. End of story. So when a question is not answered, that's where a problem starts. He was answering questions.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. He didn't deserve to die. Nobody deserves to be assassinated.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Good morning, Tammy.
Good morning, Tammy.
It's just, I don't know. Children are going to grow up without a father.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this conversation is always great. We don't want to, prolong it because we got other things to talk about this morning. But stick around with us because coming up, we got your favorite meet. Hell yeah, sports with Turtle. And we're going to talk about them aces and my Bucks, baby. Stay tuned, boys and girls.
Attention all card collectors and traders. Introducing the Uncommon Card Shop. Looking for that rare card? That unique collector card? The one that you can't find? The one that is almost impossible? Your search is finally over. You found us. Now what are you waiting for? Follow the link and discover why we are every collector's best friend. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Shell Yeah Sports with Turtle. We got my boy POD. Let's talk about what we just heard about. We were talking about Charlie Kirk. We were listening to the positivity. We were listening to the negativity, and we were giving our all-out opinion. Now, opinions are like jackasses. Everyone's got one, and everybody's got a smelly butthole. So it is what it is. If you didn't like it, that's okay. Give us yours. We want to hear it. But let's move on to that positivity. Good morning, goddaughter. I love you. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Miss Donna. All right. And Mr. Pondo, we hear you, brother. I know. We don't want to hear them views anyway because madmen are madmen. But that's okay.
And Madman Pondo has a funny way of always steering a live story about me into every conversation.
Well, it is what it is.
He tells everybody I rescued a bunch of kids at a schoolyard once.
Who's in charge of the Micro Brothers right now? I'm going to whoop somebody's butt.
I haven't the clue, but I bet if you look backstage, you get a pretty good idea who did
I know exactly who it is. I ain't dumb. Boys,
WNBA.
Huh?
The W. Wasn't it beautiful yesterday?
It was for me, but it wasn't for you.
Not my team, no. Good morning, Miss Donna. The Fever came out hot. It looked like they were going to stomp all over the Atlanta, and then Atlanta took time out. From there on, it was history, and we never got it back. And
yep. We are, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the playoffs. Yesterday started the WNBA playoffs. So right now, POD and myself are pretty psyched out. He's a little bummed because, you know, his ladies in blue lost yesterday. That's all right. They as blue as their jersey. They might come back and win again tomorrow. We'll see. But my girls, Miss Asia Wilson, coming away with them 29 points, leading them beautiful Las Vegas Aces on that win. Over
11 wins in a row for the Aces.
Huh?
11 wins in a row right now for the Aces.
11 in a row.
To the Las Vegas
My girls are on fire. They want that championship. 102-77. They whooped that booty.
I have to say, I'll jump in there on that one. Of the teams that I've enjoyed watching this year in the W, the Vegas Aces have been a ton of fun. The Minnesota Lynx, I'm not a big fan of their coach, but my goodness, they've been fun to watch. And then, of course, my Indiana Fever. I would have to honestly say, I, of course, want my Fever to win it all, but if not, yeah, I would have to say next I would love to see Asia get another one. Asia has worked really hard. Well, the whole team. The team, if you really look at Las Vegas Aces as a whole last year, they got rid of many of their pieces, you know, and so this year they kind of come in with a lot of new dynamics to the team. And so we just, you know, wasn't sure how they were going to come out. And really, they came out of the gate at the beginning of the season a little on the sloppy side.
We were at about a 500 team at the beginning of the season. Nobody knew what we were going to do. We were either going to barely make it over or we were going to lose it. And
once they got it, they got it.
Yeah, at the end of the season, they were clicking together like they were all all-stars. Every single one of them.
And in the world of the Indiana Fever, have we not had so many point guards go down this year? They said that was a record in professional basketball. That many point guards to go down in one season is just unreal. I mean, I'm not even joking. I legit lost count. You know, they were even playing Sophie Cunningham, who was normally a 4 spot. They were playing her at the 1, and she got injured. I mean, now, in the Indiana Fever's blessing, I'll say this. Don't you find it interesting, though, that they're still in the playoffs, they're still rocking, they still played well, and pretty much, look how many people we signed to emergency contracts, you know? So I was sharing with some people that are into basketball with me. I think it's interesting that the Fever even got into the playoffs when we're using over half our team are emergency contracts. And so it was people nobody wanted. We basically, and I'm not calling any of these girls garbage, but what the league would look at as garbage because nobody wanted them. They weren't under contract. We went out and put them in temporary contracts, still made the playoffs. I think that's incredible. Well done, Indiana Fever, too, as well.
Agreed. You guys fought to get back. I mean, you got more than 50% of your team gone. And the fact that you're actually in the playoffs is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, that's a feat in itself. But enough about the WNBA.
Let's talk football.
Let's talk football, man. I know you don't like foosball. Listen to here, not Happy Gilmore. Listen here, Bobby Boucher's mama. I'm going to tell you about my foosball, and you're going to like it.
It's for the devil. The devil. I thought I said it wasn't the devil. The devil.
Oh, man. My boys are playing tonight. We looking to beat Houston in Houston. The Texans are 0-1. My Buccaneers are 1-0. Your Colts last night. Well, I know you're not a NFL fan.
I am. Won it by
the
one.
Colts last night, they looked actually halfway decent. I was surprised. They took that game into overtime, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. 29-28.
Denver. Let me see here. I'm getting to that score right now. I can't remember exactly what it was.
I think it was 29-28. I'm looking as well. Colts 29-28.
There we
go. It was not an overtime game, sir.
It wasn't. Okay. I can't remember which game I was watching in OT last night. I went into OT and it was a hell of a game. But yeah, 29-28. That's a hell of a close game. And, to play against Denver, and I believe it was in Denver. So you're in the Mile High City. You're trying to run up there. I don't know if anybody's ever been to the city of Denver, but when you're up there, even just walking and you're not from the city, it will wind you out. You will be winded. It's hard as hell to breathe. And the fact that they're up there running, sprints, trying to do a 440 at 10,000 feet above ground, bro, there's a reason they need oxygen. There's a reason that they can't breathe. I get that.
Did you ever get to wrestle when you were a wrestler in Denver?
Multiple times. I blacked out in Denver.
The very first time I wrestled in Denver, I really didn't think about being up in the air. And I wrestled a gentleman, Pitbull Patterson, if you remember him.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was really comical because me and him were known for fast-paced matches, and I ran the ropes like twice, and I'm not kidding. It just felt like I had pneumonia all at once. Like it was just the hardest thing in the world to catch a breath. And so I all of a sudden I locked up with him. I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna pass out, He's like, dude, you're a mile in the air. Slow it down. I was like, oh, we got the back.
Sorry. But yeah, no joke. I mean,
and it's so funny how when you get in the back, everybody realizes what went wrong because all the guys make fun of me. They're all like, you're a mile in the air, POD.
Go ahead and run that sprint again. I like seeing that.
Oh, yeah. We're on the lowlands. You can run those ropes 10, 15 times. You're in shape. Well, you get up in those.
When I went out there with the brawlers, I loved everything about being in Denver with the brawlers. We made multiple memories. But up there trying to do any kind of sports event when you're the athlete, it is 10 times harder than what it is in any other regular city. Just because of the density of the air. The altitude is insane.
The shape they're in, though. Okay, the athletes that live there.
Yeah.
Because you get in Denver shape, it's a whole nother type of being in shape.
Oh, absolutely.
You come down in the lowlands, you ain't never wearing out.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, yes, football is in high gear, ladies and gentlemen. The WNBA playoffs are looking great.
Week number 2, y'all tell me who your teams are. And if any of you are an NFC South fan and it's any other team than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, y'all don't count.
That's what I say with the host of this show. If you guys think Smokey is better looking and a better host than me, y'all don't count.
Oh, that's messed up, bro. I think she's better looking than you.
I can say these things right now.
I think she's a lot better than looking than you. I mean,
I would hope you would think so.
Tell you what, you uglier than a mug, and his mug is pretty damn nice.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I think we're gonna have some Starkey in the house. But hey, when we come back, before we go to Starkey, let's give Kim a shout out and try to get her some mug sales today. A little bit of coffee mugs when we get back right after this.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. You know, I've been trying to do something off and on, some new things. First, I know we'll get yelled at if we don't say this again. Take a moment and just like, subscribe, and share our page. YouTube.com/ Micro Brothers United, right there in the banner. Again, YouTube.com/ Micro Brothers United. Share our page, like it, subscribe it. We are on a mission. We got a new Thursday show coming up soon. I want to make sure we mention it. Little Miss Smokey will be doing Unplugged. Unplugged, if you hadn't heard about it, is going to be basically a little bit of coffee with an attitude. Where, you know, we're not gonna filter so much. We're not gonna, you know, Smokey's just gonna invite people on. Smokey's gonna be inviting people on and just do a conversation. It'll be featured on TikTok. If you give me just a second, I'll find that photo. On TikTok right there. Please add that. We are looking for as many followers as we can, because until we get 1,000 followers, she cannot air on that. So we've been going live during the week a couple times, catching you guys off guard. So
with the TikTok, I can take on POD.
I'm not coming on that.
I have to be sweet and innocent.
Listen. I'm not going on your TikTok program. I'm going to announce it right now. There is no way that I am getting my butt. There's no way I'm battling you online. I mean, seriously, does anybody really want to see me get my butt whooped?
Yeah.
No. Why did every one of you nod yes at the same time? It was almost like it was harmonic.
Yeah. Because they know what's up.
You guys keep it up, and I'm not talking to you the rest of the day, and this time I mean it.
Oh, thank God.
It's smoking. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, where is our Starkey guy this week?
Hang on, no. Starkey can't be interrupting yet. We got to give Mr.
It's time for Starkey's Positive Vibe.
Starkey here with another Positive Vibes. You know, one of the most beautiful things about this country is that we're allowed to disagree. And believe me, we do it well. In fact, if disagreement was an Olympic sport, America would take home the gold, the silver, and the bronze. We argue about everything: politics, sports, which way the toilet paper should face, and don't even get me started on who makes the best barbecue. I've seen families almost split up over ribs versus brisket. But here's the key: disagreement is a part of freedom. It only works, though, if we come together peacefully and hash it out, without fear of persecution by our government, or even worse, by that one relative at Thanksgiving who thinks that yelling louder makes them right. I want to pause and talk about something tragic. The Charlie Kirk shooting. That should have never happened. Not to him, not to anyone. Not in this country. Violence does not solve a disagreement. It shuts down the conversation completely. Pulling a trigger isn't a debate. It's not courage. It's not a point of view. It's just destruction. When we let violence take the place of the conversation, we lose something bigger than any single person or argument. We lose the whole idea of being United States of America. And if we're not united, well, we're just States of America. And that don't even sound good. I mean, try putting that on a t-shirt. It doesn't sell. I sure as hell ain't buying it. Here's the thing. We've always had our disagreements. I mean, go back to the beginning. The Federalists and the Anti-Federalists argued like crazy. Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton couldn't stand each other. Those guys made Twitter feuds look polite, but they still came together to keep the nation moving forward. Now fast forward a bit. Americans fought over disco versus rock, VHS versus Beta, Coke versus Pepsi. Okay, that last one almost caused a civil war of its own, you know what I mean? But the point is, disagreements ain't nothing new. What changed is we stopped coming together in person to work things out. Now, instead of sitting down, hashing it out face to face, we're letting cable news, social media, and the internet trolls stir our pot. Let's be honest, the extremes on both sides are running this media circus, and they don't want me and you getting along. Because if we all sat down together and said, hey, turns out we're not all that different, those folks would be out of a job. I mean, think about it. Most Americans aren't living at the extremes. Most of us are in the middle, working, raising families, paying bills, trying to figure out why Amazon keeps dropping off our packages at the wrong house. We're not plotting a revolution. We're just trying to keep Wi-Fi connected long enough to finish a Netflix episode. Here's the good news. We're still free. We're still capable. And we are still united if we choose to be. We don't have to wait for a politician or a pundit to tell us how to feel. The real magic happens when everyday people, me and you, decide to step outside, look each other in the eye and just talk. And you don't even have to agree at the end. That's the beauty of it. You can disagree, shake hands, and still fire up that grill. That's America. So here's your homework, folks. Shut off your phone. Yep. Turn off TikTok, Instagram, and whatever rabbit hole YouTube has you in. Go outside, find someone who disagrees with you. Maybe it's your neighbor with that yard sign you roll your eyes at every morning. Maybe it's your uncle who thinks Elvis is still alive. I mean, he is. He really is. Sit down with them. Talk, listen, and laugh. We don't have to change our minds or theirs. We just need to connect. And hey, if the conversation gets a little heated, take a breath, back up, and maybe bring some snacks. Nobody ever stormed out of a room holding a plate of nachos. Because here's the truth. Without the ability to come together peacefully, we can't call ourselves the United States of America. In this country, our country is worth the effort, the patience, and yes, sometimes the awkward conversations. So let's bring back those porch talks, those kitchen table debates, those conversations over coffee. Let's remind ourselves that America doesn't belong to the extremes. It belongs to all of us. Positive vibes, friends. Let's keep talking, keep listening, and most importantly, keep laughing together.
Okay.
All right, we are back.
That was great.
Wow, what a message from Starkey this week. I mean,
That was awesome.
Generally, he's joking with us and whatnot. And man, he came in with some damn good points.
Yeah,
You did.
Really good point.
Wow. Now, okay, guys, stick around with us. We're going to be back here in a minute. We're going to talk about my favorite girl of all time. Her name is Miss MJ. And we're going to talk about that marriage proposal to each state. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere. See you in a minute.
Every Monday, every day, a little bit of coffee. Micro Brothers United, man, they get together and they do the talk show host, man.
Little bit of coffee.
Introducing Little Bit of Coffee, the world's only all-little person podcast. Join the Little Brew Crew as we spill all the beans on last week's wild adventures. We invite our outrageous guests and dive into everything from mainstream madness to the wacky, crazy, wild sports. This is not your daddy's fight club. It is the 5-Foot Fantasy Club, and every mama is invited. Yeah. Tune in and vibe with the world's smallest crew as we talk big laughs, bold nonsense, and early morning energy. All powered by one strong brew. Little Bit of Coffee podcast. Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Central. YouTube.com/@Micro Brothers United. Again, YouTube.com/@Micro Brothers United.
So grab your Joe and let's go.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. Before we start on our topic that everybody's going to want to talk about, one of our close friends of the show, Danny Beals, is up in Port Huron, and he just sent me a private message saying there's a tragedy up in Port Huron yesterday. A father, I guess, shot all 3 of his children in the face.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, man, I shouldn't have said that quite so bluntly, but wow. I guess it's big news up there. And You know, Smokey and I have had a few conversations about mental health in recent days, along with one of our producers, about mental health and how so many of us just gotta take a moment, man. I want to tell every one of you out there listening, if you're in a place where you're thinking like the Charlie Kirk murderer or this father of three yesterday, or just anyone, where you are really in that dark of a place, find someone to talk to. I've been there. I can't sit here and fib to you, anyone on here. I've been in a dark place where bad thoughts went through my head, and at moments I thought I was capable of harming someone, and ending their life. But I took the responsibility amongst myself. And here's what, to any of you listening, I want to throw this in there just because this is kind of what got me through it. Each time that I was that angry with someone or some position in life, I have to remember, okay, I'll use Smokey as nothing but an example. I have to remember before I go take her life, there's innocent people involved that I'm going to hurt. But when I end her life, it's over. It's done. Okay. But now there's the mother, the father, the kids, the husband, the friends, all these people that did nothing to me. Then now I've placed in a very, very bad place of suffering. It doesn't matter how mad I am at the individual. It's all the innocent people that have to suffer through that. So, in closing, before we get on to the fun subject here, if you're in a mental health state where you're that severe, reach out to somebody. I've heard Smokey say, and I'll go ahead and say it on there too. We're here. I'll tell you what, I love this show. I sure do. But I'll even get off the show if it's that important to help save you.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. And to say this, the one thing that's way worse than the mental health issue that we got is this passive not doing anything about it. So you're right. Something has to be done. Something has to be done a year ago, forever ago. It's been going on for far too long, and we haven't done anything about it but talk about it.
It starts with mental health clinics, honestly. Yeah. They're trash.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to talk
they just
about
send
that.
They just send everybody to jail. They don't care. They just send them to, like, what is jail going to do? Jail's not going to do anything for their mental health. They're going to make it worse. They're going to come out and they're going to go out and do
I'm not talking about jail. I didn't say jail.
I know,
mental
but I'm just
health
I'm agreeing.
clinics.
Yeah, well, but both. But what he's saying is, when you go to a mental health professional, 9 out of 10 times it just seems like that mental health professional is like, hey, wait a minute, you're messing up and you need some time in the either the nut house or I'm sorry, I said nut house. Forgive me, Lord.
That's because I called
the guy that they arrested. How many times he's got in trouble? So many times he goes to jail. As soon as he gets out, he gets on the subway and stabs a girl. I mean, it's like, how many times are you gonna? I mean, how many times are you gonna let the guy out? And then supposedly they let him out again.
That's the government, because you have too many rights. Even if you're a criminal, you still have rights.
It's not the too many rights. It's the fact that our judges,
broken system.
Our judges are not. They didn't pass the bar. You know what bar they passed? They had to be a certain amount of certain people to be there, and that's why they got up there. And I saying that it'll get me in trouble, but yeah, I have nothing against anybody. I love all people, but if you're going to have something that requires a certain set of skill, there's no substitute for that. And
let's get off that subject though, because we have next month. Yes, next month we are going to be touching quite a bit. This next subject though, we got to get off the depressing today. We've talked about the dear Charlie Kirk and all this mental health issue. Let's get on some fun. Marijuana.
It's time to regulate, y'all.
So many people against it, so many people for it. And recent, we've been talking about behind the scenes the legalization and how many states are legalized now and how many are not. I am from Indiana. Indiana is still one of 10 states that still has no legalization at all on it. I have a map that I found. I'll bring it up here real quick. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's go around the table. Smokey, lady first. What's your thoughts on the legalization of marijuana?
Across the board. Across the board. They should legalize it. But my question is, what's the difference between medical and recreational? There's some
The
states
difference
that just do medical.
They could
What's
put
the difference?
regulations on it, and they could. I mean, they could justify putting taxes on it and selling it.
So recognition, the rec side is you pay taxes, but there's zero amount. Medical, you don't pay taxes, and you have a limit amount. Why?
Because medical is used for just like medicine. So say you got inflammation in your legs and you're going to take some ibuprofen to make that go down. That's a medicine. Medical is used medicinally, and the reason that it is put on a limit is because they're using it as medicine for more than one person. There's only a certain limit of THC allowance that can go so high in medical, where recreational is only allowed to a certain degree. Medical can go a lot higher in the THC count than recreational ever will. Medical is supposed to be given with a green card, aka the doctor picks a card, so to say.
They put their
But
hands
with
on
that,
everything.
the whole reason that medical is on there is so that they can disperse it to different people. They have it put down to what terpene is used for what. Like for a lot of people, myrcene is a natural terpene that you're going to find in a mango, or that you're going to find in some kind of an earthy fruit. Well, myrcene is one of the top terpenes that's used in indica weed, and that takes away your inflammation. It takes away a lot of the body pain, and they've used it to make it induce for actual pain use, or where they can use it for nerve issues, or where they can use. I've seen actual CBD cannabis straight oil put on somebody's leg that had the shakes, and it stopped.
Oh wow!
All it was a topical cream, straight cannabis. They didn't get high off of it, but it stopped it immediately, and they felt great. So medicinal compared to recreational. Recreational, you can smoke as much as you want. Get all the amounts you want. It does not matter what it is, but it is capped at a certain limit of the amount of THC that's in it. Medical, you don't have a cap. There is no cap of THC count.
All right, so that makes sense, but
other than that, that's it. Medical is just for the state to be able to control. I can still
go to medical and get my stuff.
Is for the state to get their tax.
Now, would you agree? Let me ask this question. Let's throw Pappy on here.
Yeah.
Do you agree that people that have the mental health issues, tying in mental health a little, that smoke marijuana, would you say it helps their mental health?
I don't know. I believe it probably would. Why not? The medicinal factors in it that calm everyone's receptors, from what I know of marijuana.
Shortcut, what's your thoughts on that? Does it help the mental health issues?
Yes, I think also tobacco does. Something that I wanted to hit on about tobacco. Okay, listen, tobacco is it helps with cognitive effects. It helps with appetite and weight control, mental health, ulcerative colitis, pain relief. The same thing they did to tobacco is what they're doing to marijuana now.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely 100%.
You know, that's why they're doing it. I mean, the same problem they had with tobacco is the same thing they have with, I mean, it cures things. They can put out their own drug and make money off of it 2 times. One, it cures the your little problem that you have that they created in the first place. It causes more issues that you have to have more medicine for. See, when you take, natural medication that's out there like marijuana and tobacco and other stuff out there, it cures your ailment for good. Like, for instance, a lot of these skin issues people have. People get a rash, people get, skin issues. A lot of that has to do with your liver and your kidneys and your pancreas.
Yeah.
Do they give stuff for all that, for your liver and your pancreas and your kidneys? No. they try to put ointments and stuff all over your body that make your skin worse. So you have to buy more to keep on getting it. Depression. It goes down the line. It's like all these things they're handling the cause. I mean the effect and not the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Good.
way back when my nephew was 2, he was diagnosed with leukemia. Knock on wood, he's in remission for a while.
Right
And,
on. I'm happy to hear that. That's good.
Yes. And I really
That's
wish
cancer.
that yes, very happy. I wish at that point I could have given him an edible to help the pain and the hunger. Because when you're on chemo or radiation, you don't have an appetite at all.
Mm-hmm.
You just it kills everything in you, everything. So with that, it gives you a little hunger, so you're able to eat. Every health Nazi out there will say, if God didn't make it, don't eat it. And if it's packaged, it's poisoned.
Yeah.
I
And-
am usually one that preaches against the legalization. Just being honest, I normally am the guy that's against the legalization. However, what you're saying right there, Smokey, I've seen that where they've used it because of the hunger it gives you. And then in the mental health, I'm not going to go into names, but I have a family member that several years ago, his wife had asked him to stop because he's a smoker. And he just decided all at once. He knew it. He wasn't smoking to be smoking. He was smoking for the feel, bringing you down off of a heavy, hard day at work, whatever. So he quit. He quit cold turkey. He didn't really have much problem as in the quitting from the being addicted. But within a week, maybe 2, his wife told him to get back on it. And the reason is the mental health. It helped keep him in a calm mood.
Yeah.
It helped keep his spirits good. It helped in every factor. His knee pains, his everything. And I remember that was the first time I kind of had to say, okay, I can see reasons for it.
Mhm.
My issue and my debate with all of you against the legalization is it's like anything else. I'm sure we could sit here and name a couple good things about cocaine. I know they use it for toothaches. They use it for a lot of things,
Stomach issues, yeah.
But the moment they made cocaine legal,
As he
you'd
just
have a
that.
bunch of idiots. Hey, I did this, yeah.
You did. I'm sorry.
I know.
It was just
Yeah,
fast.
When you said it caught up my brain. I'm like,
Anything can be
up to you.
He said, let me get rid of that residue right quick.
Hey,
I'm
I
sorry.
swear to you, you can drug test me. I've actually only seen cocaine in my whole life. I've actually seen it twice.
Oh, shit. That was good.
And one time I saw it, I think I rolled up on something I really wasn't supposed to. I got out of the area fast.
I smelled it one time, but it doesn't have much of a smell to it.
What
I
the
mean,
hell?
That was the time POG was running down the street naked. He's
Yeah,
running.
right.
The Colt's
Dude.
coming to get me.
Dude, one time I saw it, I was out with a bunch of friends. We were trying to find someplace. We were going somewhere. I don't even remember where we were, but we got lost. And so we pull into this ball diamond park. One car in the parking lot, trunk open. They're very obviously trying to stay hidden. And my female in the car, I'm like, no. We just need to turn around and go. And she rolls down the window and looks, and it's so obvious what's in that trunk. And she looks right up. Hey, do you guys know where they don't give a crap.
No.
But yeah, I think my reason is I don't want to see it become something that is overdone. Where they start abusing
that
it.
than alcohol, to be honest with you.
Agree.
I'm telling you, you meet more people by passing it than you do drink it.
Yeah.
You wake up fine. You're ready to conquer the world.
And you're not ready to fight.
And you're not ready to
trying
fight.
to knock somebody's teeth in.
You're not trying to
Right.
that. And you're more zoned. You're more focused. I would say
Right.
drive
I
around.
can see where
do
POD's
that.
coming from with your opinion of not wanting it legal. I understand where you're coming from on it. However, there's more pros than there are cons for this. It is a naturally made plant. It's not something that's been induced. It's not something that's been man-made. It's something
Like
that came from the ground. So it was used back way back in the Bible days itself as a healing thing. So, I mean, if they used it back then, why can't we now? That's my opinion. Not everybody agrees, and that's okay. You know, opinions are like a-holes. Everybody's got one.
Here's what I want to say though too. You guys all know I am a Christian, so I always try to take everything back to my Christian root. Now,
Okay.
the one thing I'll say in positivity for marijuana is Genesis 1:29. Every seed bearing plant God produces is for good. Now, for the longest time, I was so anti marijuana. I drive people nuts with it because, hey, you got to put this away, you got to this. And when I got saved, I had a conversation with a few people and in the religious realm. And one of the things that got said to me right away was that Genesis 1:29, every seed bearing plant is of good. When I went and seen that with my own eyes, that's what helped me change a little bit. I still, I just think that if they made it completely legal, again, kind of going back to what Shortcut said, the whole world's going to be doing it. And obviously, if they get on an indica, they're going to be into couch, and we're not going to get any production out of the world. Sativas, maybe. Yeah. But hey, we're coming up on the end of the hour.
You ain't going to stop me. I'll be
Hey,
working.
we're coming up on the end of the hour.
Holy cow,
Marijuana.
man, that time flew by, didn't it?
Legalization.
No way.
Yeah,
An
dude.
hour already?
58
Wow.
minutes. Wow, that's crazy.
So we don't even got time for a commercial this round. So we're just going to get off the stage, let Pappy
Thank
wrap
you,
it
guys.
up.
Okay.
We
Love
love
y'all.
you guys,
See you
and we will see
Thursday.
you next week. Is it
Yep,
this Thursday,
yep.
Smokey?
Thursday.
Okay, if you
7
don't
p.m.
find us on TikTok and we don't have enough followers, we will be doing it live right on our YouTube page. Little Miss Smokey Unplugged this Thursday.
At 7 p.m.
Hey, man, it's time to wake up, man. Get your butt out of bed, bro.
What time is it?
It's time to go hang out with the brew crew.
I mean, what time is it?
7 a.m., man, 7 a.m.
Oh, man.
It's time for a little bit of coffee, man.
I'm going back to
Come
bed.
on, come on, get up. Come on, come on. Every Monday morning, a little bit of coffee, the world's only little person podcast. Join the Little Brew Crew as they spill the beans on last week's wild adventure, invite outrageous guests, and dive into everything from mainstream madness to wacky sports. This ain't your daddy's fight club. It's the 5 Foot and Under Fantasy Club, and every mama's invited. Tune in and vibe with the world's smallest crew as we talk big laughs, bold nonsense, and early morning energy. All powered by one strong brew. Little Bit of Coffee Podcast. Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check us out at youtube.com/@MicroBrothersUnited.
Short in size, tall as
So grab your Joe and let's go.
All right, it's time for Little Pappy's Ponders. We were talking about the legalization of marijuana, which has become one of the most talked about issues of our time. Supporters believe it brings enormous benefits, new jobs, billions in tax revenue, and less strain on our criminal justice since fewer people are being arrested for minor possession. They all point to the medical advantages like helping people's manic chronic pain, epilepsy, and even anxiety. But not everyone agrees. Critics raise real concerns about health risks such as impaired driving, long-term medical health effects, and the possibility of more teenagers using marijuana if it becomes easier to get. Here in the United States, the movement has become rapid. More than half the states have legalized marijuana in some form, whether for medical or recreational use. Yet at the federal level, it's still considered illegal, creating a legal gray area for businesses, banks, and everyday people. Around the world, countries like Canada, Uruguay, and Germany have all taken steps towards full legalization, sparking even bigger conversations. In the end, the issue really comes down to balance, the balance between personal freedom and public health, between economic opportunity and social responsibility. What's clear is the legalization isn't just about a plan. It's about how society chooses to adopt, regulate, and move forward together. That's this week's Pappy's Ponders. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching Little Bit of Coffee. Be sure to stop our official page at youtube.com/@Micro Brothers United.